Hi guys, welcome to English 1 for today, the 2nd of August. I'm sorry once again that I cannot actually be here with you guys, in each class today. There's a unfortunate event that happened and I had to I have to be there. So I apologize once again. Right, so right, as you can see on my screen now, we're talking about Unit 2, Listening to on page 36. We're going to start with the vocabulary first, as you can see here. So I have made I've given some examples here. So if you want to look at the words, they're on page 36, as I said. But just have a look on here first because, on that page, you don't have any examples or anything at all. Right, so we're going to go through the words together and then, of course, vocabulary exercise as usual. And at the end of the class, I'll give you a piece of homework to do. The deadline, everything will be assigned on Google Classroom, okay? And that will be your attendance and participation as well, okay? Right. ค่ะทุกคนก็เดี๋ยวมาดูคำศัพท์กันก่อนนะคะอยู่หน้า36เนาะในอย่างที่บอกว่าในนั้นมันจะไม่มีตัวอย่างก็มาดูในนี้ดีกว่านะคะอันนี้อาจจะพูดภาษาอังกฤษเยอะนิดนึงเพราะว่าคลิปนี้อาจจะต้องให้เพื่อนๆที่เป็นนักศึกษาจีนเขาฟังด้วยมันก็เลยจะเน้นภาษาอังกฤษเยอะกว่านะคะโอเค Right, so let's start with the first word, feature. I'm pretty sure you've seen this before. There are actually a few meanings here. Like the first one here, a typical quality or an important part of something. Okay, so you're talking about, like I said, a typical quality. Let's have a look at the example here. The town's main features are its beautiful mountains and lakes. So it could be anything really, when you're talking about feature in general, okay? And another meaning is that when you talk about someone's face, okay, if someone has a very, I don't know, like big eyes or pointy nose or, full lips, things like that, you can say that that person has strong features on their face, okay? But normally you wouldn't say on their face anymore. You would just say, oh, that person has very strong features. But in this case, we're just talking about someone's nose. So her nose is her best feature. Maybe she's got a very pretty nose, okay? So these are two meanings already. And the third meaning that I put here is that a feature in a magazine or an article in a newspaper could be anything that you read, okay? So it's like when you read an article about something, that's it. That could be a feature already, okay? A newspaper or magazine article about a particular topic. For example, there's a feature about how to decorate your bedroom in today's issue. Basically, you can just change it like, oh, there's an article about how to decorate your bedroom in today's issue. That's it. Same meaning, okay? It's like a piece of writing, a piece of article, that's all. Okay, so that's the word feature. So you just have to be careful with it. I think it depends on the context as well. That's why I'm giving you all the examples here. Okay, right. The next word, grant. Oops, sorry, I don't know why it's in blue. Okay, grant is like to give someone something. It could be a verb or a noun. Normally, if it's a noun, it could be money as well. Okay, you get a grant from a government or something. Maybe it's similar to a scholarship. Maybe in some cases, like if you get a grant for a scholarship, it could be for your research. It could be for your further study, things like that. Okay, but in this context, I'm giving you a verb. Okay, to give or allow something, someone something, usually in an official way. It's the same thing. The sentence here is that the embassy finally granted her a visa. So it's like they actually gave her the visa or a visa. Okay, same thing, but it's just more formal. Okay, the word grant. โอเคไหมคะเคลียร์เนาะฟีเจอร์มีหลายความหมายมากใช่ไหมอย่างที่เห็นฟีเจอร์จะหมายถึงว่าลักษณะถ้าลักษณะบนใบหน้าของใครสักคนว่าเขามี strong feature อาจจะหมายถึงว่าแบบโอ๊ยตาโตจมูกโด่งปากแบบดูสวยอะไรเงี้ยโอเคก็เป็น strong feature ได้หรือจะเป็นฟีเจอร์ที่เป็นเกี่ยวกับบทความในหนังสือสักเรื่องหนึ่งก็ได้นะคะบทความว่าเรื่องอะไรสักอย่างหรือไอ้ความหมายแรกที่บอก town main features อันเนี้ยก็คือจะหมายถึงว่าแบบลักษณะไม่ใช่ลักษณะของเมืองนะแต่หมายถึงแบบมีคุณสมบัติ typical มี quality บางอย่างของเมืองนั้นๆมีอะไรบ้างโดดเด่นอะไรเงี้ยก็ได้ค่ะส่วน grant ก็แปลว่าให้นั่นแหละแต่ว่าเป็นการให้แบบทางการกว่าเนาะโอเค Next word is the word imply. So I'm pretty sure you've seen this one before, and you should remember it because I think we're going to use it quite a lot in our lives. So imply is when you try to say something but not directly. Okay. So some sentences here are my own examples, and so yeah. Let's see. Right. So let's say for guys, if you have a girlfriend, for example, and then your girlfriend, she has gained a lot of weight, maybe like 10 kilograms over the year. Okay. So now you want her to lose weight. You want her to, be healthy, start exercising, but you cannot say that to her face because of course, she's gonna get angry. Okay. So now you go to this example. Maybe you can say things like, oh, baby or honey, the dress that you wore to the Christmas party last year was very beautiful. It would be nice if you could fit into it again. So you're kind of saying good things about it. Okay, like, oh, you look pretty in that dress. That dress was pretty. Okay, it's gonna be great if you can wear that again. But the fact is what? She cannot wear that anymore. Okay, but guys, that's mean, so don't do that. But anyway, so that's my example about implying. You're trying to say something but not directly. That's it. Okay, that's what it means. Maybe you would see this word in when you do like a listening test, or could be a reading test as well, is when you read an article or a passage that you're given in an exam, or you listen to a clip in an exam, and the question might be like, okay, what is the writer, what is the speaker implying? Okay, so it's something that he or she didn't say directly. Okay. Right, next one. I'm pretty sure you know this word already. Legal is could be about connected with the law. Okay, it's about law, could be anything, or allowed by the law. For example, the first meaning here. Do you know someone who can give me a legal advice? Not just any advice, not advice about life, not advice about health, not about love life or anything, but legal advice. Okay, so the person you're talking to will know straight away that, okay, you might need a lawyer or something, right? So the second meaning, allowed by the law. Is abortion legal in your country? If it's legal, you can do it without being arrested. But if it's not legal, then that means it's against the law. You cannot do that. I'm not sure if you know about the word abortion. Abortion is okay, this is a very controversial word, I think. So basically, abortion is when someone is pregnant and you don't want that baby anymore. Okay, before that baby is born, you kind of get the baby out. Okay, that's abortion. So in some countries, it is legal because, of course, if you're not ready to be a parent, then that kid might not have such a good quality in life or quality life really, and no one will take care of him or her, things like that. But in some countries it's still against the law. You cannot do that unless there's some medical advice involved. Okay, right, so that's abortion. Okay. Next, manufacture. Manufacture is quite easy. It's a verb in this case. So actually it just means to produce, really. That's it, to produce. He works in a company that manufactures cars. It's the same as he works in a company that produces cars, makes cars. Same thing. Okay, exactly the same thing. Monopoly. So that reminds me of a game. I don't know if yeah, all of you must have played it before when you were young. Okay, Monopoly คือเกมเศรษฐีสมัยเด็กๆอะนะแต่ว่าไม่เหมือนกันนะอันนี้ไม่เกี่ยวอันนี้เป็นคำนามคืออีกความหมายหนึ่ง Okay, so when we're talking about monopoly, it means a complete control of a particular thing, or you could talk about a group or a company that has that kind of control. Okay, for example, the Justice Department is suing the company because they claim that it used unfair tactics to become a monopoly. Okay, so do you understand this word then? Monopoly. How do I translate that in Thai? Thinking. เขาเรียกว่าอะไรนะภาษาไทยระบบผูกขาดระบบผูกขาดก็คือเหมือนกับว่าการที่เรามี complete control ก็คือผูกขาดถูกไหมคะว่าเฮ้ยฉันจะเป็นบริษัทเดียวที่ฉันสามารถซื้อขายสิ่งนี้ได้อะไรเงี้ยซึ่งอาจจะไม่แฟร์หรืออาจจะพูดถึงบริษัทหนึ่งกลุ่มคนกลุ่มหนึ่งที่มีอำนาจในด้านนั้นว่ามี control ว่าฉันจะเป็นคนที่ซื้อขายสิ่งนี้อยู่คนเดียวเพราะฉะนั้นเป็น monopoly ก็ได้เขาถึงได้บอกว่าอันเนี้ย justice department เนี่ยค่ะ suing คือฟ้องร้องบริษัทเพราะว่าเขาเคลมคืออ้างว่าไอ้บริษัทเนี้ยมันใช้แท็กติกประมาณว่าแบบเล่นแง่ที่ไม่แฟร์ที่ไม่ยุติธรรมเพื่อที่ตัวเองจะได้เป็น monopoly เป็นคนเดียวที่ได้ผลิตเป็นคนเดียวที่ได้ซื้อขายอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะโอเค Okay, so I hope it's clear. So monopoly, you're the only one who can produce it. You're the only one who can buy or sell it. Okay, so it's not fair for, the rest of the country or the rest of the world, right? So in that case, yeah, that's monopoly. Right, next word is quite easy. Obtain, to obtain is to get something. That's it. As easy as that, a bit more formal, that's all. I would like to obtain an accurate result, so I have to do a lot of research. Same thing, you could say the word get. I would like to get an accurate result เหมือน get เลยค่ะคำนี้ obtain เนาะได้รับเอามาอะไรเงี้ยเหมือนเอา get ไปเอามาอยากจะได้ผลที่ accurate ก็คือแม่นยำมันแม่นยำก็เลยจะต้องไปทำ research ค่อนข้างเยอะ Okay, the next word is purchase. Purchase is easy, very easy because it means to buy, okay? To buy something, or you can be talking about a particular thing that you buy. Could be verb to buy or could be that thing, okay? The first meaning, I would like to purchase 3 tickets for the show, please. Same thing, I would like to buy 3 tickets for the show, please. Exactly the same, okay? But the second meaning, you're talking about a thing, an object, a product, okay? If you're unhappy with your purchase, you can return it here within 7 days. That's it, okay? If you're not happy about that thing or the fact that you bought something from us, then just return it here. Okay, revert. When you revert something, it's like you return. Okay, you return to the way things were before. Okay, right. For example, right now, a lot of people are working from home. They cannot go to the office anymore. Like most of the country. No, actually, most of the people in Bangkok, we actually work from home at the moment. Just like us, we're doing this online. Okay, so we can say once a situation is normal, we will revert to our normal operation. So that means whatever company that you're working with or working in, now you're working from home, but if the COVID-19 situation is better, then you can go back to the office. You can start, talking to, going to see your clients again, in person, face to face. That's your normal operation. You can do that again, okay? Or please revert by email. That means reply. Please reply by email. That's all. Okay. Shade. Next word is the word shade. When you're talking about a shade, you can either be talking about, when you go to a park or something, and of course it's really sunny, it's really hot, and you don't want to walk in the sun anymore because it's too hot. So you just kind of go under the trees. That's because you got lots of leaves covering your head. That's the shade we're talking about. So it's like darkness caused by something blocking the direct light from the sun. Shade คือเหมือนร่มเงาอะค่ะแค่นั้นเอง It's so hot here, let's go sit under the shade ไปนั่งใต้ร่มกันเถอะ or a degree of color ก็คือเหมือนโทนสีเท่านั้นเอง I love a beautiful shade of pink when it comes to painting my bedroom แค่ชอบโทนแบบสีชมพูเนาะเวลาถ้าสมมติจะต้องแบบเพ้นทาสีห้องนอนแค่นั้นเอง okay or actually someone might say shades as in like glasses, could be sunglasses. Yeah, some people might call sunglasses like shades. Oh yeah, I forgot my shades. My eyes hurt. You can say that. Yeah, I think I've heard it before. Yeah, you can say shades with the S. Of course, yeah, because it's plural, like glasses, you wouldn't say a glass. Because if you say a glass, that would turn it into just, a glass that you put water in. But yeah, if you're talking about sunglasses, that would be shades with the S. Okay. Right. The next word here is the word theme. I think in Thai, we say that as well, like theme, like when you go to a party and then, maybe if it's a normal party, of course, you're just going to dress formal or informal. Formally, informally, it's completely up to the party. But then some parties, you might have to wear something else. Like, okay, maybe like when you go to a wedding, I don't know if it's the same in China, in Malaysia. As you guys know that we have, some friends from China and Malaysia as well, right? I don't know if it's the same thing, probably similar, but in Thailand, when you go to a wedding, sometimes it say in the invitation that the theme of the party could be gray, maybe is pink, red, things like that. So the bride and groom can kind of set the theme of their wedding reception. Okay, it depends, it's up to them, but some people just don't really set it, so you can wear whatever color you like as a guest. But yeah, some people actually do like a theme, so that when you take photos you get kind of similar colors together. Okay, so theme is like the main subject, the main idea of something. I'm pretty sure you guys are very familiar with this one. For example, like this example that I'm giving, the party theme was anything Disney related. So basically it's like a fancy party, okay? Like you can wear fancy dresses, clothes, whatsoever. You can be Mickey Mouse, you can be Chip and Dale, whatever you want to be, as long as it's about Disney, okay? Disneyland, Walt Disney, anything, okay? Right. Next word is the word trademark. Okay. Trademark is when, well, it could be a verb or a noun. If you trademark something, that means you have like, you kind of try to protect that thing. Okay. Maybe you invent a product which no one has invented before. And then you put a symbol, a logo, or a name on it, like, okay, this is yours, okay? And you try to trademark it. That means you're trying to protect it, to show people that, hey, it's my idea and nobody else can use it. If you want it, you have to ask me first, okay? Or if it's a trademark, is a symbol, is a name, that's all, okay? For example, that product was never trademarked, so other companies started copying it. Okay, is that clear? เคลียร์ไหมคะ trademark เหมือนภาษาไทยคือเครื่องหมายการค้าจดทะเบียนเครื่องหมายการค้าอะไรประมาณเนี้ยเหมือนถ้าเราคิดค้นสิ่งประดิษฐ์ขึ้นมาใหม่ๆแล้วเราไม่ trademark มันไม่จดทะเบียนการจดลงไว้ว่าเป็นลิขสิทธิ์ของฉันนะอะไรเงี้ยก็อาจจะมีคนเอาไปใช้ได้แต่อย่างเงี้ยเขาพูดว่า product เนี่ย was never trademarked so other companies started copying it คือบริษัทอื่นก็เลยเริ่มมา copy เอาไปใช้อะไรอย่างงี้ okay so these are the words from page 36, as I said. I'm going to post this for you as well. Okay, same thing on Google Classroom. And for group 8, my Chinese students and my Malaysian student, I'm just going to send it to you via an email. Okay, so you have this as well in case you need it, right? So you can have a look once again if you want to. Or yeah, you can actually use it when you're watching the clip as well, or listen to the clip as well. Great. So the next part that I would like to do is actually the exercise for this set of vocabulary. It's on page, let me have a look, on page 39, okay? This is page 36 and we're moving on to page 39. I'm gonna share my iPad 1 second. Okay, 1 sec. Right, here you go. Page 39 and 40. So you have 12 questions, 12 sentences, basically. Right. So we're going to start, but I'm just going to go through the sentences one by one. But before you actually listen to me, I want you to pause the clip and just do it. Do it yourself first before you actually come and have a look at the answers, okay? อันนี้ให้หยุดคลิปไว้ก่อนนะคะแปะไว้ก่อนคือดูคำศัพท์เสร็จปุ๊บเมื่อกี้จะได้แบบจะดูกี่รอบก็ได้ซ้ำกี่รอบก็ได้แล้วก็ค่อยแปะpause คลิปไว้ก่อนแล้วมาดูอันนี้ด้วยกันเพราะว่าเดี๋ยวพี่จะเฉลยเลยทีนี้ถ้าเราไม่ pause คลิปอะก็กลายเป็นว่าเราไม่ได้ทำเองเลยถูกปะpause คลิปไปก่อนแล้วก็ทำเสร็จแล้วค่อยมาดูเฉลยก็ได้ค่ะ เพราะว่าอันนี้จะไม่ pause ให้เนาะก็คือกด pause ไปได้เลย Okay, right. So I'm going to go through the answers now. I hope that you have paused the clip and I hope that you have done it yourself already before you actually go through this with me right now. Okay, so number 1, they manufacture cars at the factory down the street. So they produce cars, they make cars. Okay, same thing. ก็คือผลิตนั่นเองเนาะ Number 2, when I don't know a word in English, I often revert back to my native language. Okay, it's like when you're trying to talk to each other in English or talk to me in English, and sometimes you can't think of the right word to say, so you speak to me in Thai, right? So that's what this sentence is all about. You can't think about it, you don't know that word, so you just go back to Thai. Normal, very normal. Okay, next, there are laws to keep any one company from getting a monopoly of one area of business. Of course, as I said, monopoly is a group or a group of people, or the control that you have over a product, or in this case, one area of business. Okay, so you're the only one who have the control over this product, can buy, can sell, anything. Great. Next, page 40. I send in an application to the bank so I can obtain a credit card. That's it. So I can get a credit card. That's all. You want a credit card, so you send an application to the bank. Number 5, after I made my purchase, the cashier wrapped it and put it in a bag. It's the same as when you say, after I bought it. It could be whatever you just bought, okay? After I bought that product, I bought the product, the cashier wrapped it and put it in a bag. Okay, next, number 6, the theme of the party was the 1970s, so everyone was wearing old clothes, okay? As I said, theme of the party could be about colors, could be about the type or the kind of dress or clothes that they want you to wear, or the host wants you to wear. Okay, so in this case, like old stuff. Maybe the theme could be traditional clothes from your country. Let's say if we're from different countries, then we would have so many types of clothes there. But as long as it's representing a country, then it's fine. Okay, so number 7, the company wants to trademark the product name so no one else can use it. In this case, it's not just the product itself, but it's the name of it. Okay, we're talking about the name, so no one can use the same name as you. It's very similar like when you set up an Instagram account or a Facebook account. No, actually Facebook account wouldn't work because you get people with the same names, right? But when you want to set up a Facebook page and you want the name there, okay, you cannot use the same username as other people. So it's very similar logic to this. Okay, so you kind of come up with a name and that's yours. Nobody else can use it. Number 8, I want the bank to grant me a $5,000 loan. That's it, to give me. Same thing. ก็คือเหมือนให้ที่จะให้กู้ loan คือเงินกู้นะคะ loan is when you take money from the bank and then you have to pay them back, and you have to pay interest as well. Okay. Number 9, I don't want to tell him when he's wrong, but I chose my words carefully so I can imply it. Yeah, so this is a good case. So, nobody likes to hear that they're wrong about something, right? So you kind of go around it. Like you wouldn't say, oh, you know what, you're wrong, you're very stupid. You wouldn't say that to people, right? Or to your friends, because it's just mean. But you would go around it by saying like, oh, you know what, would it be better if we change the way we do things, things like that. So you imply it. You're implying that, oh, maybe your way is wrong, but I'm just not saying it that you're wrong. Okay, imply คือบอกเป็นในบอกทางอ้อมเนาะไม่พูดตรงๆ Okay, number 10, they got legal advice. Oh, very similar to my example. Actually, I didn't see this one before. Okay, so they got legal advice from their lawyer. Make sense? Okay, not just any advice, but legal advice. So about laws and everything. Okay, the trees are a beautiful shade of green. Okay, maybe like light green, dark green, all shade of green. Number 12, last one, an interesting feature. Feature of our city is the waterfront promenade. Okay, so maybe your city has something interesting and different. So feature is something that's important, a specific quality about a place, a person. Okay, feature. Right, so I hope that these words are clear for you. And the next part is, okay, we're done with vocabulary. So I'm just gonna go back up a little bit. Right, so if you go to page 37, this will be your homework. Okay, 1 second. Exercise C and exercise F. I'm gonna explain to you in a little bit. Right. So basically, exercise C and F, you can listen to, well, for exercise C, you can listen to the clip that I'm about to play right now. Is around 5 minutes something, okay? Not longer than 6 minutes. I'm going to play it once, and because, this is a recording, so if it's unclear, you can always go back and listen to it again. So I'm not going to play it twice here, okay? But you can play it as many times as you want. Okay, so I'm going to play that clip. You have to listen to that clip and answer these questions. So these questions are your homework, okay? And the second part here, work with a partner. Well, just forget about it. Just do it yourself. Imagine you're judges in the court case between Louboutin and Yves Saint Laurent. Complete the t-shirt using points from the listening and your own ideas. Okay, so basically in the listening, of course, they're going to talk about these two brands and try to listen what they're talking about these two brands. What problems do they have? Okay, why did they have to go to court? And who is suing who and what's going on there? Okay, we're going to talk about that on Thursday as well. Okay, about this case here, about the two brands here. Okay. อันนี้นะคะจะเป็นการบ้านที่จะเช็ค participation แล้วก็ attendance ของเรานะคะคือ exercise C กับ exercise F ก็จะเป็น listening เดียวกันนี่แหละ exercise C จะมีคำถามอยู่5คำถามเดี๋ยวจะไปแปะให้ใน Google Classroom นะคะว่าเป็นการบ้านให้ส่งคำถามตรงนี้เนาะแล้วก็ดู deadline ด้วยนะจ๊ะส่วน exercise F เนี่ยก็คือมาจากเรื่องเดียวกันนี่แหละที่จะฟัง listening คลิปเดียวกันนี่แหละจะประมาณไม่เกิน6นาทีนะคะจะมี2แบรนด์นี้แหละที่เขาพูดถึงนะดูซิว่าไอ้เจ้า2แบรนด์เนี้ยมันมีปัญหาอะไรกันแล้วคือตอนเนี้ยเขามีพอมีปัญหาเนี่ยในเคสเนี้ยเขาบอก allowing arguments for allowing Louboutin to trademark shoes with red soles กับอีกฝั่งหนึ่งคือ arguments for allowing Yves Saint Laurent and other companies to sell shoes with red soles ประมาณนี้ลองดูซิว่าปัญหาเกี่ยวกับรองเท้าที่มันมีส้นสีแดงมันทำไมหรอมันมีปัญหาอะไรกันแล้วเราจะเข้าข้างใครถ้าเราเป็น judge เป็นผู้พิพากษาในคอร์ตอันนี้เขาบอกให้ work with a partner แต่ไม่ต้องสนใจอันนี้ทำเป็นการบ้านของเราคนเดียวนะคะก็จะมีการบ้าน2อันที่แสดงให้เห็นถึงที่จะทำให้เช็ค attendance แล้วก็ participation ได้แล้วก็เตรียมตัวเพื่อมาคุยกันในคลาสด้วยเกี่ยวกับเรื่องนี้ของวันพฤหัสเนาะเดี๋ยวจะเปิดคลิปให้ดูให้ฟังสิโอเค Okay, so as I said, two pieces of homework here, C and F, okay? As you listen, please take notes as much as you can because on Thursday, we're going to be talking about the two brands here as well. Think about what problems they have together, as I said, okay? And of course, now if you look at the table here, you will see that they're talking about shoes with red soles, okay? Of course, so, in the clip, it's going to be about something like this, right? So try to listen, what about them? What about shoes with red soles? And if you are one of the judges in court, okay, so do you have any reasons or arguments to allow Louboutin to trademark the shoes with red soles? Or what about the other side? If Saint Laurent and other companies, other brands, if they want to sell shoes with red soles too, can they do it? Yes. Why? Yes, no, why? Or what do you think? Okay, so I want you guys to come up with arguments or your reasons to support both sides. Okay, you can take some information from the clip that I'm about to play. And you can add your own ideas here as well. Okay. So as I said, I'm gonna play it only once, and then yeah, you can replay it as many times as you like. Okay. I'm gonna share that the listening now. Okay, 1 second. So yeah, that's on page 37 and 39. Actually, I skipped 38. Just ignore it because that's not what I planned for you guys to do anyway. So I planned for you to do these 2 exercises. All right. Okay, so 37 and 39. 1 second. I'm just gonna share a sound. Okay, so it's about 5 minutes and 43 seconds. Okay, let's start.
Unit 2. Listening 2. Activities A and C. For the first 100 years of modern branding, you could not trademark a color. But all that changed once and for all thanks to insulation. Owens Corning began making fiberglass insulation in 1938. When insulation is manufactured, it is white. So, after many years of all insulation looking alike, Owens Corning made the decision to dye their product red in 1956. But the red dye made the fiberglass wool look pink. The pink insulation was shipped out, but the company wasn't happy with the color. After all, it was a male-dominated industry. So when Owens Corning sent the next shipment out, reverting back to the original color, they got the most unexpected response. Installers began asking for the pink insulation. So the company stuck with pink, and it was a marketing masterstroke. Then, in 1987, Owens Corning made legal history when it became the first company to trademark a single color. They had proved to the courts that their insulation was clearly identified as pink, that they had spent over $50 million marketing it as such, and they had even licensed the Pink Panther as a mascot. Hence, the courts agreed it was a protectable trademark. According to reports, pink insulation commands over 50% of the home insulation market. When I worked on the advertising for Fiberglass Canada in the 80s, it claimed over 70% of the Canadian market, due in large part to funny commercials like this.
More than 2 million Canadians have insulated their homes with fiberglass pink. Here's what one particular couple did with the money they saved.
We saved enough to buy 252 beautiful pink flamingos.
262 won't.
I stand corrected. Notice that all of their beaks are a beautiful hue of yellow.
What you do with the money you save is your business. Our business is making sure you do save money. Fiberglass pink home insulation. Do it for the money you save.
That product was one of the biggest lessons in color I ever had. Insulation is a hidden purchase. People buy it once or twice in their lives, stick it between their walls, and never see it again. I'll never forget the challenge our fiberglass client, Grant McDermott, put to us. He said, "I sell the most boring product in the world. Make me famous." And by leveraging nothing other than that counterintuitive color, we did. The color pink gave us a marketing edge, and the resulting campaign became one of the most famous in the 1980s. We created pink print ads, pink-themed radio ads, and a series of award-winning TV commercials, which you can watch on our website. In order for the courts to grant a color trademark, a company must prove their color has acquired a secondary meaning. The Robin's Egg Blue Tiffany boxes are a great case in point. First seen on the cover of their catalog in 1878, that blue now immediately signals Tiffany as a brand to a large percentage of the population. The brand and the color have become inseparable in the minds of consumers. But the trademarking of colors has hit a speed bump due to a court case going on right now between two famous fashion designers. Christian Louboutin is famous for his glamorous shoe designs that cost anywhere from $400 to $4,000. His shoes all have one distinguishing feature. a bright red sole. If you've ever seen celebrities like Sarah Jessica Parker at the Oscars flashing red on the undersides of her high heels, those would be Louboutins. Back in 1992, Louboutin saw an assistant painting her nails a bright red, and he decided to try lacquering the soles of his shoes the same shade. The bright red sole became a sensation and a symbol of the Louboutin brand. In 2008, he obtained a U.S. patent and trademark for his signature red soles. But 3 years later, Yves Saint Laurent came out with red-soled shoes as well. Louboutin immediately sued. It's an interesting case. The question became, should anyone in the fashion industry be given a monopoly on a single color? Can one designer own the color red? The courts ended up siding with the Yves Saint Laurent company, allowing them to continue selling red-soled shoes. The judge also implied that Louboutin's 2008 trademark should be canceled. Louboutin's lawyer insisted they are not claiming basic red, but are trying to protect a particular Chinese red color in a particular place on a particular item. Tiffany's rushed to Louboutin's defense, as this ruling would have implications for their famous blue boxes. As of this writing, Louboutin has appealed the decision.
Okay, great. So, yeah, I hope that you listened to that. And then if you still, didn't catch everything they said, then you can try to listen to it again. Just one quick word that I would like to share with you. In the beginning of the clip is talking about insulation. I'm not sure if you know what that is, because well, in Thailand we might not have that. I'm not sure how they build houses, but yeah, I haven't heard of that in Thailand. Okay, so just one quick word. If you know that already, is great. But just to clarify, I can't see. Okay, insulation. Right. I hope you can see my screen now. Insulation is like when you build a house, and especially in cold countries, if you just build one thin wall, it's not going to save you from the cold. The cold can get inside, and especially when it's snowing in the winter and things like that. So they put like insulation in between. Okay, so it's like the wall outside your house, insulation, and then you have like another layer inside the house. It's kind of like so the insulation in between the two walls will help your house, well, you will help you keep the house warm. Okay, so you don't have to switch on the heater all the time. That's going to cost a lot of money. So that's why it's talking in the clip that insulation is something that people probably do like once or twice in their lives, because once you build a house, like how many times are you going to move houses anyway, right? So I think it depends, but yeah, so when you build a house in a cold country, most of the time they put it there just to help save energy and keep the house warm. Insulation ไม่แน่ใจว่าเคยได้ยินคำนี้กันหรือเปล่านะคะ insulation คือภาษาไทยเรียกว่าฉนวนมั้งคือไม่รู้จะเรียกว่าฉนวนได้ไหมอ่ะเหมือนประเทศไทยมันร้อนใช่ป่ะมันอาจจะไม่ต้องการบ้านที่กำแพงที่หนาแล้วก็อบอุ่นขนาดนั้นแต่ว่าในประเทศเมืองหนาวอ่ะบางทีมันจะมี insulation อยู่ตรงกลางคือเหมือนเป็นกำแพงด้านนอกใช่ป่ะกำแพงบ้านอ่ะด้านนอกแล้วก็มี insulation ตรงกลางไม่แน่ใจว่ามันทำมาจากอะไรแต่มันเขาเรียกว่า insulation แล้วก็เหมือนอาจจะแบบปิดอีกรอบนึงภายในบ้านทาสีอะไรให้ความสวยงามคือก็จะมีกำแพงเนี่ยค่ะ insulation คือสิ่งที่อยู่ตรงกลางตรงช่องนั้นนั่นแหละทั่วบ้านเพื่อที่รอบบ้านเลยเพื่อที่จะทำให้บ้านเราอุ่นแล้วก็เราไม่ต้องเปิดฮีเตอร์ตลอดเวลาเพราะว่ามันจะเปลืองไฟมากคือบางทีบ้านเขาหนาวมากกี่เดือนก็ไม่รู้อะไรอย่างงี้ใช่ป่ะเขาก็เลยต้องปิดต้องทำเป็น insulation ขึ้นมา Okay, so great. I hope that after listening to the clip you can answer the questions here. Okay, so 5 questions, just answer in your own words, right? Just try to answer in a complete sentence. Okay, and of course you heard about the case between Louboutin and Yves Saint Laurent. Okay, so think about yourself. If you're the judge, what do you have for Louboutin and what do you have for Yves Saint Laurent? Why do you support Louboutin that okay, they should be the only brand selling shoes with red soles? Or why you should support Yves Saint Laurent and other companies or other brands that, okay, maybe they can be able to, they can sell, not be able, sorry, they can sell shoes with red soles as well. So come up with your reasons for both sides, okay? And yeah, just submit that to me. I'm going to write the deadline, okay, in the Google Classroom. But for group 8, I'm just going to tell you in the email, all right? Yeah, that's about it. That's all for today, I think. Okay. So if you don't understand the clip, try to listen to it again. You can always replay it. Okay. If you have questions before Thursday, please do send me an email. Okay, totally fine. I normally try to reply anyway as soon as I see it. Okay, but sometimes if I'm slow, that means I just don't see it. Okay. But yeah, I'll try to answer your questions if you have any. Okay, great. So yeah, I'm sorry once again that I cannot be there with you today on Monday, but I will definitely see you on Thursday. Okay, so don't forget the homework. Okay, I'm gonna give you until Wednesday. All right, I'll write all the details on there for you. Okay, thanks so much for today, guys. And yeah, so I'll see you then. Thank you. Bye.